Okay, so today I want to talk about the oneness that's real. So we experience so many different things when it comes down to the oneness. Like if somebody has happiness towards you, like says, "Hi, how's your day?" and everything, and has a positive energy that rubs off on you, and then you kind of feel good or uplifted through that moment. But then the transition of moments in time of whatever we're around and come in contact with and intermingle with, the oneness is real, that it shapes the attitude of the soul, of its attitude based off of the perception of what the mind thinks, and the avenues of it's the internal reality is real, but it's how we perceive things too that can make it seem like good or bad to us. Well, it's all the perception of mind and how you handle the energy, and whether it stirs energy up within you to do something or another energy of something else. But the oneness is real, where it all has a cause and effect. This cause and effect is very crucial because, like, it has things to where, you know, it's hard to explain the intricacies of the mind and how it works. Because was it really them, or was it just based off your perception of your internal mechanism flaring up because it was based off your perception and you weren't perceiving of it right? So then it might irritate you or something. So there's irritation, there's misery, there's joy, there's peace, there's love, there's harmony, there's tranquility. There's all these, emotions that we can go through. And based off of how we're feeling, like if we don't have a lot of energy one day, we're going to feel lower in our soul, meaning that we're not going to be on top of things and having, a really good time, because we get highs and lows. But that's because we use up our dopamine in our brain throughout the day, and then the next day it recharges for the next day. It's supposed to be a balancing act. If you drink coffee, you could offset that for the next day to where you might be craving coffee. But then, you know, that's not about the oneness. But what is about the oneness is that we just got to take care of ourselves and take care of others. You know what I mean? For the oneness to be strong, uh, to be to be doing good. Because if say everybody had emotional problems and everybody was depressed on the planet, we would experience that energetically. Most likely, our whole planet would energetically be like that. But what I'm trying to say is that if it's most likely happy, mostly happy, we're mostly going to feel happy and energetic and, aware of all these things. And the subtleties of mind and energies is because nature has subtle energies, but it's very powerful. When you tap into that subtle energy, all of a sudden it's rich with power and beyond belief. Subtle energy actually has a lot of power to it. And when I'm in nature, I feel better and more pure and more like, just one with my soul. Because in my hometown, the town of Tomahawk, which I am right now, I'm in Tomahawk right now, but it's so beneficial to my health, where I'm feeling so much more alive. Where when I'm in the woods and have that purity of mind and I do these meditations, and today I did an equivalent to like a 10-minute meditation. I think sometimes if I have coffee, I could do a little bit better meditation because I can concentrate better and hold my focus. You know what I mean? I could still hold my focus without coffee, and I just did it this morning where I was in a high state of meditation too. So I can get to these states, and it's not the first time I meditated. I meditated throughout my life here and there, throughout my whole journey. But I'm getting really good at meditation to where it's getting on these levels where it's heightened states. And when I get to that heightened state, I don't get too excited. I just maintain my focus, you know what I mean, on that heightened state. And that's where I can get out and to these higher degrees of peace, joy, and harmony with the soul, you know what I mean? And in the states of awareness, your states of awareness heal. heals the mind from overthinking and everything and stuff like that. So that's part of the oneness too, where we tap into like the peace of mind and tranquility and certain aspects that only peace of mind can give you. And through meditation, you can access peace of mind that way. And you know, the oneness is so great in its orchestrament that it has many different faculties of which we can go into the oneness. Like sometimes, like I remember a long time ago, I was into vampires and werewolves, but they're part of the oneness too. Like everything that does exist, angels and demons, you know what I mean? We're all a part of the oneness. So when we have war, no one wins because we're all limiting each other's abilities. But if we all gather together and uplift each other's abilities and stuff like this, the oneness would increase drastically and a veil would lift between the angels and demons, and we could work together to fix this reality so that what it was intended for can thrive. You know what I mean? This reality of what it was intended for can thrive, and the oneness could be on top of the level up here instead of in the middle ground, because the oneness can be uplifted, and you know God's real and the divine goddess is real. So the divine goddess can bless me with certain amount of blessings in my life where I would feel more orchestrated and aligned to having them sort of experiences with my life, to where it would increase drastically, to where I'd be on this certain level where I wouldn't have any problems and things would work out good. And some days are better than others, to where I don't get spiritually attacked by the spirits, you know, sometimes. But sometimes I do, like they try to mess with my mind. They try to wear me out mentally, you know what I mean? To try to get at me or steal my energy or whatever it is like that. But I don't let it bother me, and I still maintain on top because I know what they're trying to do. And since I know the baseline of their foundation of what they're trying to do, it doesn't work because I know their foundation. So it'll crumble and fall, all their tactics to try to get me down, because I have the keys to have a strong foundation of what I know is true and my truth and qualities. So they can't really get to me that way. But some days are pretty bad where it gets annoying, and I like to live my life purity and have the peace of mind with me. But if they're trying to mess with my mind, that's when I don't necessarily have the peace of mind with me at them times. But I don't let it get to me as bad because I know what they're trying to do. So anyway, that's the oneness that's real in reality. So I just wanted to let you know that I love, worship, honor, and obey the divine goddesses and the divine princesses. Girls, I love you forever. Amen. I have to do that because I worship the divine goddess and everything, and the divine princesses out there. The girls, I worship the girls because I love the girls with all my heart. And eventually, if I get a girlfriend and a family, I'll be so blessed and grateful. I'll try my best every day to do the best of my ability for them. You know what I mean? And hopefully my life changes for the better. I really wish I could get a blessing pretty soon. That would help me out tremendously. Tremendously, I'm telling you. But anyway, I got to stop the video. All right. Bye, everybody. All right, bye.